At it again. If we've got one here with Campus Reform. We love some Campus Reform. Make sure you guys go subscribe to their YouTube channel and show them some major love. All right. But before we get into this video, make sure you guys hit that like button. And if you're not subscribed to the channel already, hit that subscribe button down below and join the family. And also follow me on social media. Those links are down below in the description box. Instagram, Twitter, Truth Social, all of that good stuff is in the description box below. But with all that being said, let's dive in.
Hi, I'm Ophelia Jacobson with Campus Reform. Today we're at the University of Florida talking with students about the border crisis. Who do these students blame for the surge of migrants on our southern border? Plus, how do they feel about Biden making all of these promises to illegal immigrants, such as free health care? Do they think that there should be a cap on the number of people we're letting into this country? I'll be asking these students all of these questions and more, so let's get started. So I'm sure you've seen a lot of news coverage on the border and the crisis that is happening there, and according to the Department of Homeland Security, this is the biggest migrant surge that our country has seen in 20 years. Who do you think is to blame for the border crisis right now, Trump or Biden?
Trump. He was the president for the past 4 years, so basically Biden has only been in office not even 100 days. Basically all the problems we have right now, like, he hasn't had enough time to fix them yet. So you have to blame it on the past administration.
Trump's, because he just lacked a lot of empathy and connection with like the stories that are happening in the border.
I mean, you have to consider that it's both of their faults, really. As to like who did more damage, probably the Trump administration.
I'll blame.
Of course, every single person blames the orange man. Of course,
On the image of border protection, especially on Trump, for the lies that he have said during his rallies.
I know enough that Trump is extremely anti-immigration at the southern border. So I'd have to say Biden.
So in the first primary Democratic debate, Joe Biden said that if he were to become president, he would encourage illegal immigrants to, quote, immediately surge to the border. He also promised them free health care when they got here. What do you think of that? Should we be giving free health care to illegal immigrants rather than American citizens?
Hold on, wait. But before she even answers, I guarantee you, she's gonna say, "Oh yeah, they're obviously in need, so we should just pay for everything for them. We should just give them free health care." Guarantee it. Something to that effect. Watch.
I feel like it depends on the level of contribution they're giving back.
So I have a lot of mixed feelings.
What does that even mean? What contribution could they be?
Things about free health care because legal American citizens, I think we need to fix their health care crisis before we give free health care to immigrants, especially if they're illegal.
Oh, common sense has re-entered the building. I love it. Didn't like the first answers, but I love that one.
Well, I definitely think that our own citizens should definitely have priority over illegal immigrants.
I mean, our taxpayers, like tax-paying citizens, we fund that health care. So I think U.S. citizens deserve that health care, and we shouldn't be giving it to illegal immigrants and illegitimate citizens.
I don't know necessarily about before, but I think everyone living in this country, especially as a citizen, has a right to affordable, accessible health care.
I don't know if you watched his first press conference, but Joe Biden was asked a lot of questions about the border crisis, but he never really specified how many people he was willing to let in or how many people he would actually send back once they got to the border. In your mind, do you think there is a cap of how many people we should let into this country? And if so, what would that number be?
Well, I personally wouldn't be able to give you a specific number, but it definitely has to cater with like the level of budget that we have in the U.S.
I feel like there does have to be a cap. I don't personally know what it should be. I don't really feel comfortable throwing out a number.
If they're coming in illegally, then I would say a certain number.
Illegally, we shouldn't be letting in any immigrants and paying for their health care.
So I don't know if you've seen pictures of these migrants that are coming to the southern border.
Wow. So, somewhat shocking answers. I expected them to say, hey, Give them free healthcare. Hey, we shouldn't have any limit. Anybody who wants to come should be able to come. And so far, they have not lived up to what I was expecting them to say. Very interesting, but good. I'll take it. I will take it. All right, I will take it. I was expecting to have to rag on some folks' ideas today, but apparently that is not going to happen. But we still got some video left, so let's see.
A lot of them have been wearing Biden campaign shirts. A lot of them, when they're asked why they're coming, they say because President Biden promised we would get through, that we would get free health care. Even the Mexican president has blamed the surge on President Biden. So knowing all of this, knowing that it's the biggest surge in 20 years, do you still believe that it is Trump's fault?
No. So, the actual fact of it being the most amount of people, yeah, that is Biden's fault, because like you said, the facts speak for themselves.
Yeah, I would. I would confidently blame the Biden administration for this.
Now that you say that, then yeah, it makes sense that maybe Biden has a little bit more of a impact on it.
Do you think some of the blame could be placed for the migrant surge on the Biden administration now after hearing this?
Sure, I guess.
If this is true and all these people, or the majority of these people, came here following the announcement of Joe Biden, then yes, that's his fault for the lack of communication.
His first couple of days in office,
Wow.
President Biden took swift action to reverse a lot of Trump's immigration policies through executive order and executive action. Do you think this was the right move? Do you think maybe we should consider going back to some of Trump's immigration policies, given what's happening on the border?
I mean, yeah, if that's really what's happening, then yeah, I'd say it's probably a good idea to re-implement some of the later policies that were helping stop all of this mass migration.
I think some parts could be feasible to reintegrate and kind of have a middle point.
I mean, maybe. Yeah.
Yes, I think that Biden was super quick, and he's had all these ideas in his head, and he had his cabinet members. We had all these ideas. I think he needs to slow down a little bit.
Without a doubt, because Trump's policies, as far as I was, informed during his administration, we didn't have this mass influx of illegal immigrants at the border, blowing out our border control facilities.
Wow. So shocking video right there. Shocking. All right. Because we've checked out plenty of campuses or videos of folks on college campuses. And some of these young folks say some of the wildest and craziest, most misinformed things. And it is just absolutely ridiculous. Right. Absolutely ridiculous. So I'm shocked. Y'all heard me. I was like, oh yeah, she's gonna say that they should allow or we should allow them to have free health care without a doubt. They should all get it free. And wow. But not only that, towards the end of the video, they actually were willing to listen and agreed that we should enact some more of Trump's I was like, what? You mean college students that are willing to listen and change their opinion based on facts? You don't see that too much these days, don't you? I mean, sheesh Louise. Now that was real surprising as well. Real surprising. And I don't understand why securing a country's border is a controversial topic. I really don't understand it. Securing a country's border is not being hateful. It's not being mean or rude or disgusting. Building a wall isn't racist or anything like that. You're protecting the country. What's wrong with that? What is wrong with that? You can come to this country as long as you do it legally. Anybody trying to come illegally should be turned right back around. Go back home. There's a legal way to come here. Go that route. And we'll happily let you in. We'll happily let you in if you go the legal route. Sheesh Louise. But of course, everyone on the left will call me hateful. Oh, you're just such a hateful person, blah, blah, blah. It's just like a bunch of hogwash, It's absolutely ridiculous. Goodness gracious. And honestly, I think if Joe had proposed the wall, right, I think everyone would have been on board. It was only because the orange man proposed it That was the only reason why it was a bad thing. But what do I know? You know, what do I know? I'm just a small YouTuber out here, just giving my opinion on different topics and discussions from time to time. You know, you ain't gotta listen to me, okay? But what do y'all think? Do y'all think if this administration were to propose building a wall, it would be looked at differently? Like if they did it today, I think if they said it today, just about everybody on the left would be in agreement with it. Just about everyone. Of course, there would be some outliers that would say, no, we said no when the orange man said it, so we're going to say no now. But I feel like for the most part, most people on the left would make some type of excuse up in their mind and go with it. That's my opinion. What do y'all think? Let me know in the comment section below. Were y'all surprised by some of these answers? I know I was. Like, share, comment. Hit that subscribe button if you're new. Peace and love. I'm out.